Hello and welcome back to Project Prototech. So in the last episode, we went ahead and showed you how I designed my fighter, and then I went through and created a little ship printer for it. That took only slightly too long. Since then, I have revamped the ship printer. Basically, the only change that I really had to do was I had to go ahead and take the hangar doors and lower them. And other than that, it more or less works how I need it to. There we go. Turn the welders off. But by doing that, I also needed to go ahead and put another set of hangar doors if I wanted this area to close completely. Right now, obviously, that doesn't really matter. But, once I get around to finishing more of this giant rover, that will make a difference. Of course, once I went ahead and did that, I had to test it and printed off a second fighter. It's good to have backups. This did lead to a fun little discovery, which is that if you went ahead and you had everything set up with, like, if you event controller, in your blueprint, and then you print another thing from the same blueprint, then any groups that you have affect both groups on both fighters. So that meant that since I had the event controller triggering to go ahead and set the batteries to recharge and turn the thrusters on and off whenever the connector is connected or disconnected, I went ahead and had one of these parked, the other came in, landed, and then it said, oh hey, the connector I'm looking at has just connected. So I'm going to go ahead and trigger the group, which triggered the groups for both ships. So yeah, I had to go through and rename everything. So this is now Wyvern 1 and Wyvern 2. I also created new blueprints off of those, so I have blueprints for Wyvern 1 and Wyvern 2. At some point, I will probably add more projectors to that little printer, so that way I can just have two of them on hand at all times. Yeah, so that was the fun that I got to while you guys weren't watching. Now let's go ahead and talk about the fun that we're going to have now. So there is an unknown signal over here, which is a wreck. I have crept a little bit closer to it, and if I take off in Wyvern 1, I can go ahead and grab my camera, zoom in, and what do you know? There is a turret on top. So this is unknown, but I'm betting that turret is active. So we're going to go ahead and do the first test of the Wyvern against this, see how it turns out, and then we will come back and try and take it out against something that has actual teeth. So, we lock on, and then, whoa, that's a lot higher than I thought I would need to. I want to fire and hit that turret. So, I have my assault cannons. They have a range of 1,400 meters. Let's see. Okay. I do it this way. There we go. Let's see if that was the only turret. And let's swap to Gatlings. And looks like that was the only turret on this. So now we can go ahead and bring the big truck on over. So against a Gatling turret, mission success. Alright. Slow down. Whoa. No, no, no. Don't fall. Don't fall. Don't fall. Okay. Whew. And this is why I want printable fighters for small grid, because I'm an excellent pilot. And I totally don't crash into the ground on my own without any assistance. Alrighty. Almost there. There we go. Okay. So, especially with the storm now blowing in, what I'm going to do is I'm going to head on over there and I'm going to salvage that wreck. And I'm going to do that off camera so you guys don't have to watch. And then, I like the look of that Imber supply cache. So, maybe we should check that out. Alright, see you soon. Alright, so it took me a little while to go ahead and salvage that wreck, and then I got distracted by some silver rocks and picking up some ice and all sorts of other things. So now it's late at night, and I'm 5k away from the supply cache, but I also have a gremlin light flying overhead. I say we try for it. Let's see what is on this gremlin light. There's landing gear on the back. Looks like hydrogen thrusters on the back. A Gatling turret on the back top. Possibly some turrets on the side. That might also just be thrusters. Oh, spyglass station. Alright. And ooh, that's an artillery turret, or autocannon turret, I think. Why? I had loaded this thing up with ammo. And then I loaded Izzy's inventory manager, and I think that it emptied this fire out, which is annoying. Well, that's irritating. So, wasn't able to do anything about the on Gremlin. But now I just need to figure out what's going on with my inventory manager and why it emptied my ammo out. So, if you are watching this and you are more knowledgeable about scripts, by all means, let me know what I'm doing wrong with the inventory manager, and what I need to do to have it auto-load these things with a set amount of ammunition. Alright. So let me come on in here and do 33, and then no, it pulled it out again. Grr. Alright, well, I need to go fiddling with the inventory manager some more to figure out why it keeps emptying my fighter's cargoes, and then I will be able to come back and hopefully have enough ammo loaded to actually attack that supply cache. So I'll be back in just a minute. Okay, so a little bit too long going and reading through the documentation for Izzy's, and I found that I have to label my cargo containers with hidden special, and then I have to go into the custom data tab for that cargo container to then go ahead and specify how much of the particular ammo that I want loaded in. Which means that I'm probably now going to have to go back and redo the blueprint so that way when I inevitably lose one of these things, it keeps that information. Oh, another cult's at my gas station. Well, that might be the first one. That was complaining at me as I was flying overhead. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and park this monstrosity about 3K out from the Imber supply cache. And then I will go ahead and take one of my fighters in to attack it. Ooh, another silver rock. I found like 5 of those. Well, seems like a perfect place to park up. Alright, let's go ahead, take this bad boy out. Actually, let's go ahead and re-blueprint it. And while I'm at it, since I modified this one as well, let me re-blueprint that one too. There we go. Alright. And now when I come in here, I have ammo. Perfect. Alright, so let's go ahead now and take a peek-see at this hidden supply cache. I am not seeing turrets. That means that I could have raided this long ago. Let me close to within 800 and see if anything fires at me. Okay. Well, what happens then if I just kind of land here next to it? I suppose it helps if I actually land. There we go. Apply cache, no unauthorized access. Alright. Feeling lucky. Oh boy, that could have ended very poorly for me. Alrighty, so turns out that there was no defenses at the Imber supply cache, but there was a bomb that could have rather thoroughly ruined my day. Alrighty, that is good to know for the future. Let's go ahead, dock back up, and then move closer so that way I can go ahead and clear out the supplies. I think the next thing that I should do is set my little carrier pad here up with some more Gatling turrets in case I actually piss somebody off. Alright. So, since there's no reason for you to sit around and watch as I land, and then fiddle around with salvaging a wreck, or a base I should say, we'll be back once I'm off to do something more interesting. Alright, so I have finished grinding down this little tower, and actually was rather surprised at how deep it went, because I had to get all the way down to here to finish grinding out the beacon. Did I need to do this? Was it actually worth it? No. But I did it anyways, so, you know, I've got that going for me. So now the big question is... Storm inbound. Thank you. Do I go ahead and take out the Cult Spyglass Station or the Relay Tower? I think we're gonna go with the Spyglass Station because they were making threats at me. Oh, looks like I missed some armor plates. Nothing of value though. Additionally, while I was drilling out and waiting for a storm to clear, I also reinforced the rear of my ship to go ahead and, well, I don't want to shove a wheel down that hole. It's a very deep hole. So I now have these little bumpers that pop out over the wheels and lined them with 3 Gatling turrets on each side. So that is currently all the defense I have. Okay, fine. There's 1 interior turret. You know what? I'm just going to run it over. Nobody will notice. Least of all my vehicle. And, you know, that should mean that if I have to retreat back to my ship, I'm not instantly going to have a very bad day. Alrighty, so speaking of having bad days, let's see about this cult spyglass station. So I'm going to close to about 2K away. Looks like it is around that hill. There we go. And let's once again take out a Wyvern 1. Alright. So, what is going on with the cult? Do they have any defensive things? Okay, there are drones. Cult Ranger drone. Rude. He blew up my wheel. That's it. You're going down. Alright, so I could go ahead and shoot him. So there's a decoy. And there's a dude. Alrighty. United Welders Storage Depot. Okay. So let me come back on over here. And let's see what the cult has for us. There we go. Parked. And we've got a robot. Got a cool rifle. There was an interior turret. Alright. Ow! Deborah! Stop it! So there's an... Ooh, lockers. Always could use some coffee. Oh, there it is. And is there bulletproof glass somewhere? Oh, there's some in the shower. And, oh, that's a window. Okay. So... And then I can get an MR8P. Well, that's fun. I think that this has not been updated with
inventory full.
Some of the changes that have been made to the game. Alright. My understanding is that the NATO ammo was what was used a while back, and that has since been deprecated for something newer. Alright. There we go. Is there anything else worth dealing with this place? Not really. Alright. Okay, so Cult Station, they will go ahead and summon drones. Lol. Mission accomplished. Alright, so overall, the cult summons drones. The Fortress Mars probably needs to be parked further away, because the drone definitely went for, like, straight-on suicide run on it. And that is about all the damage that I actually took from that engagement, so... Overall, the turrets, though, definitely did their job. Not quite so fast. Whew. So now I need to heal up from debris, not from anybody actually shooting me. And then put my wheel back on. So let's go ahead and do that really quick. And then there's that other cult relay station. No actual damage, just some armor warping. Alright, let's go ahead and go to wheels. And I want you guys to go ahead and lower your height down to -0.5. And then wheel. Add a wheel, please. No, you just do not want to add a wheel. Alright, fine. I will build a piston then. Ow! Debris! Stop it! Oh, need a... Repair a little bit up here too. Oh. Let me go ahead and just grab some steel plates to finish repairing. Alright. And then I want to go ahead, actually let me just use Build Vision. And let's lower this to 2. And keep pushing this down until I can Alright, and then can I come in here with Build Vision? There we go. Alright, so let's go ahead and stick you back on, and then reverse, and now I can take the piston back off. Toss on whatever I can here. And actually, let me just do this. Alrighty. Oh, 2 successful raids done. Though neither have really stressed my ship or my fighter. Alright, now let's go ahead, turn the handbrake off. And the other relay tower was back that way. So let's go ahead and head on over there, and I'll be back once I find something else interesting to do. Alright, so I am quickly flying into the station over here to check and see if there is any more uranium, because I have almost eaten through my entire supply, and stations are the only way to get those. So, dun 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 dun. Uranium ingots. Yeah, I'll buy another 50 units of that. There we go. And while I'm here, let's just take a quick peek to see if there's any easy contracts to do. I don't have any accepted. Steel plate. Yeah, I could get a lot of steel plate, but meh. Magnesium powder. Nope, I've got better uses for my magnesium. Silver, could easily bring silver in. Ooh, gravity components, 10 million. You know what? I can build some gravity components. And while I'm there, I'll grab some silver too, because I've eaten a few silver rocks. Anything else that's particularly relevant? No, I don't want to give up my magnesium. Yeah, no. So, I'll build some gravity components, and I will, bring some silver on over here. And that, will help me pay for my next round of, what's it called? Uranium for my little reactor. Alrighty, so next up, I am going to go ahead and take out that cult relay tower. Let me do that, and then I need 26 gravity components. Let me do, I need 6 more, so let me find my gravity components. Gravity generator, and let me just change that to 30. And that will automatically produce a few more. And how am I on? I mean, I'm a little low on gold, but not a big deal. Speaking of eating magnesium rocks, yeah, so I'm looking pretty good. I probably will want to get some more iron at some point, but, you know, looks like I've got some already waiting for me. So, yeah, let's go ahead and let's continue taking out Wyvern 1. So, alright. You know what? Actually, let's go ahead and just grab that Imber API. Nope. Never mind. You know what? I'll just throw that out. Since you're not actually supposed to use that anymore, so. Alright, now let's go ahead and take a peek at what the cult relay tower looks like. If I'm not too mistaken, it looks like some either interior or Gatling turrets, a giant dish, and a wind turbine. So let's go ahead, get in range, and I'm going to start by taking out that antenna. Alright. The antenna appears to be down. So let's go ahead and hit this cult patrol drone. projector. Wyvern 2. I need to shift that over. Alright. So that's that. And then right over here. So let's go ahead. Yeah, it looks like those are interior turrets. So I should be able to get a little bit closer. Looks like there are no more weapons that we can detect here. Oh, let's take a look and see. Really? A fire support drone? I thought I got rid of all the antennas. And down it goes. Alright. Ow. Whew. Alright, what is on this bad boy?
Inventory full. Inventory full. Inventory full. Inventory full.
Okay. Might as well at least grab the
Inventory
motors.
full.
Alright, now let's go ahead and check out the relay tower that I took down. I have an hour of flight, so let me just do this. Alright, and that was that. Is it worth trying to come and salvage anything from this? Kind of thinking not really. Yeah, not really worth it. Alright, let's... let's blast a little bit more, just see what happens. Ah. So once I take out the door, then it's no longer registering. Okay. Okay, so now let's come on in and carefully land. Turn the welders on, fix this baby up, and then go probably smash that other cult relay tower on our way to the SPRT base. No, don't crash, don't crash, don't crash! What did I say? I can... Whew. That could have been bad. Alright. So let's go ahead and just check here. And yep, it takes everything out. And then I might as well toss those in there as well. And that. I'll find somewhere else to shove it. And then I want to find my welders, turn them on, and then just kind of duck in here really quick. And I just kind of spin around. Then I can come in here and check my projector. And oh, that's what I need to do. Projector. I need the blueprints. I need the Wyvern. This is the Wyvern 1. I need forward offset. Nope. Horizontal offset. Come on. What I need to be doing here is I need to be hitting the keep projection. Okay. Well, I'll fiddle with that next time. Alright. For now, let's go ahead and park again. There we go. Come on over here. Turn off our welders. And Cult Photon Shuttle? Nope, it's going away from me. Alright, so if I head on over towards this gold rock, I should be able to find that SPRT station, and I think that's where I'm going to go ahead and wrap up this episode. Well, after I take that out. So, I'll be right back once I'm in range. Alright, this cult relay tower is in my way, so I'm going to quickly just blast it into oblivion. And this is why I wanted turrets. Ooh, that was close. Alrighty. That burned through a bunch of ammo. There we go. And now I can go ahead and grab that. Let's go ahead and keep the projection. Okay. Nothing too bad. Just basically a bunch of rear armor damage. They took out a light, but that's about it. Oh, and they chewed up my nose. Rude. Alright, so if I come on over here and make sure that I don't fall to the ground, then I can pop on in here. Let me just double check that I didn't break anything here, because I went over a bump a little hard. Okay. And then welders. Actually, you know what? Hey. Let me just change this button to groups. Welders. On off. So I can just come and press that button and then be all good. Alright. Now time to fly through the welder wall. And lower down a little bit more. I can fit through. And there we go, all fixed up. And that is actually performing pretty well for a fighter. Alright, so let's go ahead and dock it. And then I think if I stay, say, 4 kilometers away from the SPRT base, I should be able to keep my fortress nice and safe. So, gotta turn slowly and head on over that direction. So I'll be back once I'm a bit closer. Alright, and I apparently have left myself recording for this. Oops. Oh well. All I am doing is running off and doing that acquisition contract. And then we'll hit that pirate relay post. So since I'm, recording anyways, you can just watch. Note here, I am going to go ahead and turn my event controller off to prevent silliness. And then, because it's always funny to do this in a safe zone. Slowdown! Woohoo! Now the other funny thing about this is, as it's getting night, the ghosts and zombies and stuff can spawn, and they can actually spawn and wander into the safe zone. So, there we go. And then I can just run on in. Come on. And nope, not that. I need finish. Atmo miner. 10 million. Perfect. That will buy me another bunch of uranium. And yeah, nothing else of particular interest. Actually, just do a quick check to see if they sell veggies, and they do not. Such a shame. All right. Alright, so then got to watch that, and now it's off to take on the pirate relay post. And maybe this time I will remember to stop recording for a bit. Alright, so now I'm just under 4 kilometers away from the relay post, and this time I'm going to take Wyvern 2 out. Mostly because it's just had longer to charge its batteries. So let's go ahead. Need to re-add these. Okay, so pirate relay post. So they fired a flare. Ooh. Imber fighter docking station. That's fun. Alright. Okay. Ow! Ow, 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 ow. I think I have lost all of my forward thrust. I still have a little bit of forward thrust, but not much. Alrighty. So, I think I have taken care of most things here. Ooh, they did quite a number on me. And that's busted. Let's go ahead and see if there's any other interesting loot in here. So I want to find that cargo crate and small cargo container. A bunch of nickel, don't really care. Well, you know, I'll take computers. Let's see here. Ooh! Oh, that's a decoy. I was about to say, is that a explosive? Nope, just a decoy. Flares, artillery turret, bathroom, bed. Won't say no to that. Prototech cooling unit. Perfect. Looks like this will be an airlock. Oh yeah, rocket launcher. I need a small steel tube, a motor, and that's it. Hey, if I finish grinding this down, I should be able to do that.
Inventory full.
Alright, fine. I need to go drop some of this in here. What's in here? Oh, that's where that is. Okay. And then that's right there. How did I get to that? This. There we go. Oh no, I need one more small steel tube. Is there some here? Yes. Alright. Bolt shuttle, don't care. What is... Nothing's shooting at. Hopefully just ghosty friends. Alright, well, I don't think there's much else from that pirate station. I will go ahead and move on closer and disassemble more of it. Ooh. Slow down, slow down, slow down. Ooh. Alright. You fluff off. I was here first. Let me come over here and turn this on. Run through the welder really quick. And then we might tangle with this guy. I thought I turned the welder on. That doesn't look like it's on. There we go. Projection, there we go. Alright, looks like he buggered off, so I should be good. Alright, the back is repaired. Let's go stick my nose in again. Front is repaired. And then my camera for nose needs to be put back on. Alright, so I avoided any further engagements with the cult shuttle, tempting as it is, but I am right near that Imber fighter docking station. So, yeah, I think that's what I'm going to go ahead and try and take care of next time. In the meantime, though, I will be finishing looting up the, what's it called? Pirate Relay Station. And, yeah. If you watched all the way at the end, thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time.